Garrett Crochet is starting for the Boston Red Sox in 2025 on opening day. Let's take a look at his arsenal and figure out how to solve the problem that is this lefty rocket launcher, Garrett Crochet. The first thing we did was understand how hitters have performed against Crochet in the past. He had one start against the Texas Rangers in 2024. We went through and looked at his overall performance as we get on base, or we're safe about 24% of the time. Swung at strike 75% of the time, and then we start to see the big problems here with his timing and accuracy. So they're on time 14% of the time, they were late 58% of the time, and early just 28% of the time. Most often hitters were missing over, very few square ups, 49% over, 40% under, and all of this was tracked with Pelotero's plate intelligence tool. In this specific outing, we can see a look at all of his pitches. Four seamers are going to be up, cutters will start to work down, and then sweeper will be even further down. And we'll leave that one. Again, when we look at his baseball savant data, 61% of his pitches were four seam, next with cutters and then sweepers. And he actually didn't throw any, if we go into his full game data, he didn't throw a sweeper until his second time through the order. So one thing to pay attention to is he's going to establish his fastball. Everything keys off of this pitch. So his natural four seam, his arm action is going to be up and arm side. That's what he's going to live off of. That pitch alone has swing and miss stuff. When we go to the metrics, he's got 15.6 inches of vertical break, negative 8.1 horizontal. So that's moving to his arm side, moving to the first base side of home plate. It's just got nasty stuff. The cutter is 6 miles an hour slower than the fastball. So everything this up arm side on the four seam, the cutter, he's getting more around it. It's going to finish down and into a righty. So he's getting around it and it's slower. And then the sweeper, again, it's even further around the ball. So he's going to be looking to throw more of that strike ball. He's been working on the sinker is a newer pitch. So we can see this release and we see the spin. Try to slow this down. So we can see pretty clear kind of two-ish seam type stuff. And that ball, just the way it's oriented, is just going to pull and suck down. So he's going to get under that lefty, under the hands of that lefty. It's a really, really tough pitch. He's throwing it hard, similar speed. So he's going to miss. That's a pitch to miss under the barrel. So when you have a guy that rides the ball and can get over your barrel, and then develops a new pitch that sinks and he's getting under your barrel, you really have to pick your poison and what are you going to try to hit? Here's another look at the sinker. Manny Machado, he's an all-star. He's a good hitter. When I watch this swing, it tells me he thought this was a changeup because it's just by him. And you see him kind of standing around, looking around. If you ever see a hitter like looking around like this, kind of falling off balance, be like, what the heck was that? And here's a look at that changeup. It's a little sloppier spin. It's not pure two-seam, but I'm guessing that's what Machado saw on that bad swing. So he's got that 90, 93 change, 99 sinker. And again, they're just moving in different directions off that fastball. So it's really, really tough. If you're facing Crochet, what are we looking for? How are we going to watch the game? Step one, he's got swing and miss stuff. So we got to be aware of the strikeout. He's going to get a lot of his outs via strikeout. How aggressive we're going to be early in the count. If we're looking for certain pitches, we can't miss them early, because if we miss our pitch early, we're in a lot of trouble. You're not going to get a lot of pitches to hit. Even when he makes a mistake, it's a tough pitch to try to handle. So we got to know what we're looking for. We got to know if we're looking for the ball up, you have to know how you're aiming and what you need to see and can't miss. Anytime you're facing a pitcher that is putting that much pressure on you and challenging you, you got to be able to not miss your pitch early in counts. Something to pay attention to is how are hitters taking pitches. How they swing and miss is going to tell you a story, but also how they're taking pitches will tell you a story. So if you ever see a hitter just take a fastball down the middle, they were not looking for a fastball. They're sitting off speed. They're looking for something totally different, and they're not willing to swing the bat against a fastball because they're not looking for it. And so paying attention to how hitters are taking pitches, it's going to reveal what they're looking for. So pay attention to that. How are hitters missing pitches? So if they're on the four-seam fastball, that means they're aiming over, and that is going to open up everything that moves down. One thing I would look for is if hitters are late on the fastball, specifically right-handed hitters, the four-seam fastball that's riding up and away, if guys are slightly under that but seem like they're mostly on time, look for an opportunity with the cutter that they might throw the ball into the barrel more, because that ball is going to be a little bit slower into the righty, and the timing window opens up if he throws a cutter. If I was coaching the team, if I was leading offensive meetings, I'd be talking about jumping on the four seam, missing over early, and then adjusting with him when you see him adjusting. Overall, Crochet's a really tough at bat. He throws hard. He's got that jumpy, quirky, fast, slow, fast wind up where he's got that sharp leg lift, then it develops, then the arm explodes. He's mixing in new pitches, striking a bunch of people out. So not a super fun day in the batter's box, but a good challenge. Good luck to all the teams in opening day. Looking forward to the season, and make sure you check out Pelotero's Plate Intelligence so you can track your own at-bats, start to learn more about your misses, how you're making out, so you can start making better decisions and improving your performance at the plate.